Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to be watching, reacting to a video from Disdain by Taran. I'm not aware of this channel, and as you can see, it's a relatively small channel as well, 1.4 thousand subscribers. But this was recommended to me. I wanted to take a look at it, see what was up. The title of the video is How Sikhs Shaped China's Image of India. Why do Chinese media often portray Indians as turbaned, mustachioed men in flashy clothes? I've seen this. I've seen this because I watch a lot of channels that go over Chinese propaganda, and usually when it comes to India, they have this very, I guess, very flamboyant, very exaggerated Sikh-like appearance when Chinese propaganda is making fun of India. Uh, is it just lazy stereotyping, or is there a deeper, forgotten historical memory behind it? All right, well, we're going to learn about this video. We're going to learn what's up. Link to the video will be in the description down below. Please go and check it out. And yeah, let's get right into it.
So China just dropped this video during a recent India-Pakistan
I've seen
standoff.
this. Wait a minute. I've seen this video as well.
It's a parody of Daler Mehendi's Tunak Tunak Tun song from the 90s. But this is not the first time.
Oh my god, it's the same thing. Look at this. Is this the same video recycled? Because is this the same person? Well, I don't know. Yeah, look, right back here. Well, it's also like China. They have this whole propaganda arm as well. So they probably have, all these outfits inside of like a studio somewhere.
Back in 2020, during the Ladakh standoff, they pulled off something similar. Long mustache.
What, really?
Flashy kurtas, exaggerated turbans. The full Punjabi caricature. India is home to dozens of ethnic groups, so why does Chinese media always default to the image of a Sikh when mocking or stereotyping Indians? One might say it's just lazy costume design, but I think it's something deeper than that. This whole thing is the result of a memory that goes over a century and a half, to a time when Chinese cities were policed by Sikhs.
What? What did he say?
Century and a half. To a time when Chinese cities were policed by Sikhs.
Policed? I'm assuming he said police there, right? Was this the case?
Here's a photo from 1900. 8 officers.
The British. Is it the British? It's the British's fault again, isn't it?
From 8 imperial nations who invaded Beijing during the Boxer Rebellion. Now look again, that guy in the turban, he's from British India. The Boxer Rebellion was to China what 1857 was to India, a native uprising against the foreign power. Out of 20,000 troops who marched into Beijing, 8,000 were from India, many from Sikh regiments of the British Army. But this wasn't a one-time thing. From the Second Opium War in 1850s to World War I, Sikh regiments were basically the empire's enforcers in East Asia. But Sikh regiments fighting for British against China is only half of the story. More significantly, many Sikhs served not as soldiers, but as imperial police. These photos from 1900 Shanghai and Hong Kong show Sikh officers directing traffic, standing guard, maintaining law and order, and controlling riot. By early 20th century, Sikhs made up nearly 1/3 of the British police force in these cities. They became symbols of control.
I didn't know this. I had no idea. This is all new to me.
Of foreign power. And to ordinary Chinese civilians, these towering turbaned men were not from their own world, but they were in charge of it. And that power, it stuck. British officers even said Sikhs could control crowds without weapons. Just their presence was enough. Look at this cartoon from 1940 of a Sikh policeman directing traffic in Shanghai. Now let's take a look at this clip from 1972 Bruce Lee movie Fist of Fury. The scene shows some Europeans entering a park.
Oh. Oh my god.
But when a Bruce Lee tries to enter, a Sikh guard stops him and points to a board. Some Japanese man then insulted Bruce Lee before he bursts into his typical kick. That casting of a Sikh outside the park wasn't accidental. In Chinese cultural memory, the Sikh isn't just foreign. He's the enforcer of foreign oppression. And that racist signboard, I guess somebody took artistic liberty there, but this is an actual signboard outside a park.
Wow, look at this. Look at this. The gardens are reserved for the foreign community. The gardens are open daily, public. No persons are admitted unless respectfully dressed. Dogs, bicycles not allowed. Perambulators? Perambulators. I've never heard of this word before. Must be confined to the paths. Bird nesting, plucking flowers, climbing trees, and damaging the trees, shrubs, and grass is strictly prohibited. Visitors and others in charge of children are requested to aid in preventing such mischief. No person is allowed within the bandstand enclosure. Amas in charge of children are not permitted in occupying the seats and chairs during performance. I don't know what Amas is. Children unoccupied by foreigners are not allowed in the reserve garden. The police have instructed to enforce these regulations. Interesting. Okay.
Park in Shanghai from that time. Clearly, it allowed only foreigners to enter the park. Chinese even developed special slang for the Sikhs. Hongtu Asan, meaning red-headed number 3. Because in the racial ladder in the Chinese mind, white men were number 1, Chinese were number 2, and the rat-turbaned Indians, they became number 3. Other slurs included Hegui, that meant black devil. But despite all these dynamics, by early 1900s, the Sikhs of British Imperial Police were quite settled in China. Here's a rare photo from 1927. A Sikh community in Macau. With them, their Chinese wives and their mixed-race children. But this multicultural chapter didn't last. When Japan invaded in the late 1930s, many Sikh families fled Shanghai. Some moved to Hong Kong, others returned to Punjab. And then came Mao. During the Cultural Revolution, religion was declared feudal. Temples, mosques, churches, and even a handful of gurudwaras like this one from a 1927 map of a Chinese city were desecrated and turned into housing blocks.
That's crazy. A Sikh temple in China because of the British. But then it was destroyed by General Mao.
A whole history erased. Cut to 2021.
We can't see this.
YouTube
YouTube doesn't like showing this. I'm gonna have to blur this.
The soldier filming this is clearly from Punjab. As it can be
I'm gonna have to blur this. YouTube does not like that footage whatsoever. I'm very sorry. Go to the original video to see it.
gauged from his loud directions to the troops.
Yeah, I can't show this. YouTube does not like this footage on showing anything, like, whatsoever. I don't know why. I don't know if it's to appease the Chinese or something, but YouTube does not like that video footage being shown.
Punjabi songs from its loudspeaker in distant Ladakh even today. Sikhs form a large part of the
All right, so what was this?
Chinese army blare Punjabi.
China belts out Punjabi numbers for Indian soldiers at Ladakh. It is a 62 trick. What?
Songs from its loudspeaker in distant Ladakh even today. Sikhs form a large part of the Indian army. But to the Chinese eye, maybe the turbaned man still represents someone who once blocked their paths, the man who once policed their cities, or the man who to them represented colonial power in a brown face. The British left China in 1949, but the memory of one colonized people enforcing the rule of another, that colonial scar still lingers in the Chinese imagination. And that's why even today, when China wants to mock India, they reach for the turban.
I had no idea. That's kind of crazy. I had no idea about this type of history, but it makes sense because the British usually, oh my God, most of the world's problems can be linked directly back to the British. Isn't that funny? It's kind of sad. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. So, the British instituted this large Sikh police force, and that installed this generational disdain, essentially, towards the Sikhs, and they attribute Sikhs as Indians, and that's why they are shown off like that. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, wow. I like this video. It's an interesting little video. Interesting little history lesson for me. I'm going to read some of these comments, guys. We're going to read some of these comments. When someone can't defeat, they start trolling. That's the only fact and should be accepted. Proud being Indian Sikh. True. True. The trolling does tend to happen when, well, win or lose. You know, people do a little trolling here and then, you know. It's just a little trolling, guys, right? In my country, Sikh means symbol of power and protection. Sikhs and Rajasthanis are a most notable group from Indian communities due to their dominance of soft power, either through music industry or tourism. So involuntarily, they represent India as Indians and are also prime target for racism. Sikhs have been the face of Indian army for a long time. I remember seeing a video of IPKF, which was instantly recognizable because of Sikhs. Also because the Sikh regiment has been on the China border for a long time, where they have held back China many times. My great-grandfather was a police officer. His photos, along with many other Sikhs, are still presented by British Museum in Hong Kong. One ex-filmmaker and analyst, Iqbal Malhotra, said that China empowers drug smuggling into India and specifically more into Punjab as revenge of memories of colonial pasts. I see. Basically, they were afraid of Sikhs. Sikhs joined the army and followed their orders to get independence as Britishers promised it for the people who joined the army. No, because Bollywood keeps making Sikh clowns in the uneducated movies. Is this true? Is that true, guys? I don't, I don't particularly watch many Bollywood movies, so I don't know if that's true or not. In cricket matches abroad, only a Sikh turban will indicate the Indian fan group because Indian and Pakistanis are otherwise indistinguishable. An arm wearing a kata reassures ladies traveling abroad alone. All Indian contingent Olympians wore turban for uniformity because majority were Sikh. Quite a cool video. Completely new info unlocked. It was new to me. It makes sense. I am Chinese. I think the blogger's analysis of the video makes sense. There is another reason why we call Indians Asan. During the British colonial period in Hong Kong, a large number of Indians worked as police officers in Hong Kong. You Indians like to call the British a sir. While when Hong Kong people speak Cantonese, it becomes Asan. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Let me look at some of the newer comments here. Sikhs are amazing people. They did it because of Bose's army. ISTG China is so effkin cringe. They're scared from Sikhs since British rule. Sikhs emasculated China. Sikh joined the army and followed their orders to get independence as Britishers promised it for people to join the army. We already read that one. I think it's just easier to mascot as Sikhs. There might be, yeah, it's more distinguishable as well. Sikhs have made sacrifice. Chinese are targeting Sikhs every time. Is this person dancing? Boring. Okay. When China wants to mock India, they reach out for the turban, the Sikh culture, or is this Chinese Sikh culture? What? This is absolute piece of rubbish. Besides incompetent and corrupt leaders, obsession with lying and taking rubbish are just some of the reasons why India has fallen so far behind China in every sphere of development. Yao Liang, 1580? What is Yao Liang? Yao Liang, part of the Chinese propaganda army here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think we understand it, guys. Interesting video. I liked it. What else? What else? What else has this person made? What destroyed Islamic Golden Age? The Maratha loot of Srinagar Math? Hindi. Malik Ambar, Shivaji's African guru? What? Interesting. Very interesting. Again, link to the video will be in the description down below. Catch you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.